welcome back to Late Night Love. We are stepping into the shadows. The partner who quietly quits the relationship. The fiance angry. You stayed out too long. The confessions of a kiss 2 months too late. The threesome that left someone feeling ashamed. The birth control that saved your mood but stole your desire. The longing for affection outside the bedroom. These are the stories we whisper, the ones we're scared to name. All right, but before we get on with that, please remember you can send us your questions, comments, suggestions, etc. to love@latenightLove.us. You can find us at latenightLove.us. All the past shows and whatever you can find there. You can also send us your questions, comments, suggestions, and do us a favor and do the like, subscribe, share, all that good fun stuff.
Please, please, please.
So, and our internet radio station, I think, is changing their call signs. You can find us at KUCU, I think it is now. Anyway, just to avoid some confusion with the local radio station. All right. What are we going to start with tonight?
Well, this one. My partner quit our relationship, and I need closure. It's been 4 years.
What, since the relationship ended?
No, they were together for 4 years.
Okay.
And just quit.
So they were together, but they weren't living together.
Yes.
They just kind of stopped seeing each other.
Yeah. Just no, I need want to move on. This isn't working for me. Nothing. Just quit calling.
Yeah. Well, you got your answer. I don't know what you need a closure for. I mean, I've never really understood the closure thing, but
people want to know what went wrong.
What went wrong is he wasn't that into you for whatever reason. It was them, not you, and so you move on. If it was you, they would have said something. You understand how these things work, right? If people are upset with you, they tell you, and then they storm out. That's how it works. So if they haven't said anything, it's them, not you. And so your answer is, it doesn't matter.
What happened was he's an ass.
So
you don't quit relationships. You give people closure.
This was not the question. The question was, you're not going to get it. No explanation is going to satisfy you, so stop looking for one.
Because it's not going to make sense.
It's not going to matter anyway.
Yeah.
So, you just go on about your life. Sorry, but that's the cold, hard reality of it. I don't think closure is a thing. It often causes more problems than the desire for closure causes far more problems than if you just accept life as it is and move on. It is what it is. The ship sailed.
You deserve someone better than that.
Closure is when you close the door on that relationship, and you don't need an explanation for that. You just need to slam the dang door.
Yeah. Later days.
Yeah. All right.
My fiance is mad at me because I stayed out with my friends instead of coming straight home. What would you have done? They don't live together. There was drinks after work, and they just continued.
Yeah.
And this is a female.
Yeah.
She did. This is a shoe on the other foot here. That's why I put this.
Yep.
Usually it's the guy.
The guy wants to go out, hang out with his friends.
Yeah.
And blah. Of course, the problem with the guy thing is they like to do it all the time. It's just part of their daily routine. And hers is probably a one-off, which, oddly enough, it makes hers better. But I would have, if I had the desire to go out and hang out with the boys after work, and I didn't do it all that often, and there was some unique reason today was, maybe a big project had just finished and you want to go blow off some steam, right?
Yeah.
And go hang out. Yeah, sure. I'm going to go do it, and I'll deal with the consequences later. That's later me's problem. Later me will figure it out.
deadly. You really put a lot on your later guy.
Yeah, my later guy hates me. But he got it. I got faith in him. So, yeah. So in a sense, that's exactly what I would have done. Yeah, on occasion you're going to make your partner upset, and on occasion you're going to choose to do that anyway because screw them. You know, you get to have a life. You know, men do have to deal with this all the time. You want to go golfing with your buddies, your wife's going to be upset because, I don't know, y'all weren't going to do anything anyway. But she's going to be upset just because you're gone. And
Yeah.
yeah. You literally had nothing else planned. It's not like you weren't going to do it. No. They're just mad because you're out having a good time. I don't understand. Feels like that, right? So
this is one of the reasons why I really appreciate you. I remember being at my friend Phyllis's house, and it had been an hour or so, and she's like, "Isn't Jim gonna text you? Isn't he worried about you?" And I'm like, "Dude, you know, he knows I'm with my friend."
what were you two gonna do? Jesus, two almost crippled people. Yeah, what you guys were go? What?
We would do a smoke out and watch cooking shows. Okay,
What were you guys gonna do? Paint the sidewalk red because y'all weren't going anywhere. Just that's insane.
No, we didn't want to go anywhere with people.
I had to drive you anywhere you went, and somehow I wouldn't get in a car with Phyllis. So, just saying. Anyway, all right. So if I wouldn't get in a car, you wouldn't. Anyway, so I'd have gone anyway and deal with the consequences later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all gonna have to.
I would have done it. What would we have done? We would have done it.
We would have done it and dealt with the consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let him be mad. He'll get over it.
You know, and if he texts you while you're out, answer him. You know, don't let him sit and worry.
No,
but,
make him wait 5 minutes before you answer him. You're not on his beck and call. Just saying.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Okay, my girlfriend informed me that she kissed a stranger at an outing while playing Truth or Dare 2 months ago. How do I navigate this?
Why is she out playing Truth or Dare? This is why this other boyfriend, fiance person was mad because he got out there playing Truth or Dare. Why are a 28-year-old woman playing Truth or Dare with strangers?
Yeah. What the heck?
Oh, I can tell you what the heck. Some tequila probably has something to do with it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. My guess, Jello shots. Who knows exactly what the
What the culprit was.
the exact culprit was, but there was a culprit at play on this one.
Yes.
And she was feeling really bad about it, so she fought because she could have just not said anything, and you never would have known.
Yeah.
But it was eating at her. This is one of those times where she tried to ease her conscience when she should have just shut the hell up. Because she really... Should she have done it?
Because it eased her conscience.
Yeah, she didn't really care about your conscience. It eased hers.
Yeah, she was just wanting to feel a little better. She thought you'd go, oh, it was just a kiss. It was 2 months ago. I love you.
No, she was hoping that would be his response. So, I don't know. This is one of those things. I don't want to overreact, but you don't want to not react at all either. So how do you navigate this? Be mad for a little while. That's my suggestion. You don't have to go around stomping and break things, but it's okay to be upset for a little while. So
it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let him be upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
would you feel?
Yeah. And see if she actually tries to, if she thinks, well, now I told him all should go back to normal. That's a big red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the red flag. I can forgive the thing. I can forgive the initial thing. All right, you're out drinking and being stupid. All right, that's relatively human. The telling me because it's eating your conscience is annoying. But I could forgive that too. That's what's really going to annoy me, frankly. That's the one that's going to stick with me for a while. So that's what I'm actually going to be mad about, I'll be honest. You told me because it annoys you because you're feeling guilty, and so now you're going to tell me so you can feel better. So essentially, you're trying to push your feeling bad about yourself onto me. So now I have to feel bad.
Yeah.
So you don't have to feel bad anymore.
Yeah.
What the hell is that? And so that's going to make me mad. And so that's going to take a little while to kind of
dissipate.
Yeah, just see what I want to
work
do with that.
through.
To
work it through it.
And see what I want to do with that. I don't want to overreact.
Yeah.
But, in 2 weeks, if I'm still angry, then I'll probably want to do something else. It's one of those things. What happens to it as it sits? Mm-hmm. Does it dissipate or does it fester?
Yeah. Well, it depends on what you feed it.
Well, depends on what he feeds it. Depends on what she's feeding it.
Yeah.
She's acting like, okay, all the world's just going to go back to how, la-di-da. Well, then that's going to be a little bit different than if she shows some genuine remorse.
Yeah.
So, anyway. All right.
Now we move on to our adult questions. Okay.
All right.
I was too nervous to finish a threesome, and now my boyfriend seems to hate me.
Well, that's rude.
It is.
That's one of those things you try and you sometimes it doesn't work.
You think you can do it, and then it comes right down to it, and you can't do it.
Yeah, for whatever reasons.
Whatever reason.
It doesn't really matter. So, now, here's one of these things. Is it disappointment that you are inflating into hate? You know how we all overinflate these kind of things when we're...
Or he's just disappointed.
Yeah. Now it could just be, it's one of these things where sometimes we overpromise, and because we overpromise, someone over anticipates.
Yeah.
And then you have a huge disappointment. And this is the kind of thing that you can kind of run into this. But of course, this is one of these things is the mistake was agreeing to it in the first place.
Mm.
Really?
I didn't really think it through.
Clearly.
I'll give it a shot. But, I'm not really all in. I'll just kind of try.
It may be one of these things. If she's in the mood, she'll be fine, but she wasn't in the mood for it that day. Right? It's one of these things you plan for next Saturday.
Yeah.
And next Saturday rolls around and you don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Right? That's probably more, I would suspect that's probably more in the line.
Well, she said she was nervous.
Yeah. So.
The desire did not outweigh the nervousness. Yeah.
Yeah. She didn't say she wasn't into it. She just said I was nervous. So she got some desire for it. She just didn't have enough desire to overcome the nervousness because she wasn't that into it that particular day.
Yeah.
Catch her on a different day and she may have a different outcome. But that's not what she's upset about now because now her boyfriend's being weird.
Yeah.
And she doesn't understand why. She may be overthinking it. He may be overreacting. And all of that is the consequence of the decision in the first place. And these are one of these things that we don't think about when you decide to go down these roads.
Yeah.
What happens if stuff goes wrong?
Yeah.
Sadly, we don't think about those things.
Uh-huh.
So
I do.
Life lesson. Well, we do now, but that's because we're old and have learned these things the hard way. Let's be honest. At 23, did we know any better?
No,
we didn't. So we only learned this the hard way. So sadly, some of you out there, if you're young enough, don't, to learn from other people, think these things all the way through.
Yeah.
I'm not saying do or don't do them at all. I'm just saying think them all the way through. Work through the downsides.
Well, he's 27. Give him a break.
Oh, yeah. He's probably looking forward to this theoretically since he was 12, right? And, it's over important in his head, right? And so, it's a bigger disappointment than it should be for him as well.
Yeah.
So it's one of these things. They're probably a little bit of both, right? He probably doesn't hate her. She's overly anxious, right? She's clearly an anxious person. And so she's reading too much into his disappointment. And there's also some awkwardness after that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And there's going to be some awkwardness. So think about my suggestion is for the rest of you out here, think about the potential downsides. What happens if it doesn't go as well as you think? If you aren't in the mood that night, if you get started and decide, this isn't for me, what's the theoretical plan? Because if you've got it walked through, at least then you're not as the disappointment would be lessened because you've already prepared for it. So, theoretically. So that's my suggestion. Okay, what's next?
Birth control has ruined my sex drive and sexual desire, but has done wonders for my mood and hormones.
Woohoo!
What do I do now?
Talk to your doctor.
Definitely. Do not write in Reddit.
Well, I mean, it's perfectly fine to write it.
Yeah, well, if you want to, because
it's perfectly fine to get some advice from people who have been through this kind of thing. Who's going to tell you?
Well, that's true.
You're going to tell you to go talk to your doctor, get some hormone tests done, so you know what your baseline hormones are and should be, and because your hormones are out of whack. And what has happened is your birth control has put some of your hormones back into whack.
Some.
And the problem with this is they may not be working as birth control as intended. So it may be a very good thing that your sex drive has decreased because of the way your hormones are. The birth control may not be working properly.
Ooh.
Just pointing out, right? If her hormones are out of whack a little bit.
Yeah.
Changing the hormones may not do what they're intending to do.
True.
So I'm not saying they're not. I'm not your doctor, but having to go and getting your hormone levels checked and whatnot is probably not a bad idea. How's that for a suggestion? We are not doctors, but we have enough experience in life to tell you to go see a doctor and get your hormone levels checked.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never get randomly horny. Is this normal? No, I get no age on this one. Seriously.
No age?
No age.
Well, okay. You never get randomly horny. I'm assuming this is going to be someone who is at least old enough to know that getting randomly horny is a thing.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the no longer get randomly horny, which is go back up to hormones being out of whack. Is it a man or a female? It's quite common for women as they get in that goofy age between the mid-20s and mid-30s, early to mid-30s, where they can.
Yeah.
And then again later on.
After menopause.
Yeah. So there's a couple times. So it really kind of depends.
Mm-hmm.
And men, stress can actually be a cause of that kind of thing or other medical issues. But
get a physical.
But if you're a young man and you never get randomly horny, then you may want to get a physical, because if you're 18 and never get randomly horny, there's probably is something wrong with you.
Sorry.
Yeah, just should happen, yeah. Regardless of what your proclivities are. I mean, I suppose you could be one of those people who have no desire for sex. Just none. I always have a suspicion that's a hormone problem that they just never get looked into, but it's not my business, so how do I know? And I'm not a doctor, so how would I know? I'm just saying. All right, what's next?
Okay. This poor girl. Lack of affection and reassurance outside sex. Her boyfriend is 23.
That's relatively normal.
No. I mean, he's really good foreplay. He even is attentive during the day, on their date, and then during, the hot and heavy, he's still respectful and says loving things to her, He cuddles her afterwards, asks how she's doing, everything. Very attentive, wonderful lover.
Uh-huh.
But only during sex.
well, they're 23, so he probably doesn't have anything, depending upon culture and whatnot, experience and knowing how to do these things.
Yeah.
But also, you have to understand, men don't have the same need for that, and so it's not something we inherently think about.
It is okay to go up and say, I need a hug. Can I have a hug, please?
Yeah, and if he's not a public person, then don't expect it out of him. And here's one of the things. I know they're young, so she doesn't understand this. Sometimes you just have to be grateful for what you get.
Sorry.
And that works every ways, right? That's not a...
No.
It's not a male versus women thing.
No.
It's
No.
women and women, men and men, whatever's. It's a human thing.
It really is.
You have to accept that your partner cannot be the utopia that you want them to be. They are their own individual human things with their own wants, needs, desires, and quirks. And, the fact that you can make a relationship, that's why relationships are hard. And that's why it's amazing that any relationships work at all.
Sorry. Yeah.
And so, sometimes I've got this wonderful person who takes care of me. He just isn't very affectionate in the way I need outside of the bedroom. Now, I bet you he's affectionate to her in ways she's not seen.
Ooh.
I'll guarantee it.
Does he build you things? Does he try to make your life easier?
Yeah, I'm guaranteeing there's no one's that attentive in their lovemaking and not expressing their love for her in other ways. She's just not seeing them because she's 23.
Yeah.
She's in her early 20s. She doesn't know to look for other ways. She's used to, love is expressed physically, and that's reasonable for someone who's 23 to understand. Those of us who are older, we look for expressions of love in other ways because we know that, love isn't always clean. It's, love is in the messiness of life. Yeah. Those expressions of love come in the places where we don't look. It's the times where people think you're crazy, but go along with whatever your crazy boneheaded plan is anyway, because
sure,
she wants it. Is it going to work? Probably not, but hey, what do I know? My job is to support her during this thing. You have your own stories. I have no doubt. So,
ooh, I got a couple.
So this isn't a one-way street, right? That's the point. So here's my suggestion is look for the ways that he's expressing love in ways that you aren't seeing. Just pay attention to those.
Yeah.
And be, like you said, simply ask. When you feel the need for a hug, ask for one.
Do it. You'd be surprised.
Yeah. And here's another trick. When you ask, just ask. Don't do the goofy little things. Sweetie.
No, don't. No.
I know you trying to be nice. You're trying to but it backfires every time. We know, but it's like the finger chucks on the fingernails when you guys try to do that stuff. And the fact that we don't burst
we're trying to engage emotionally. We're trying to engage your emotion.
Yes, you're trying to measure out. Is it now is a good time? Which is he irritated? Is now a good time to do this? To ask him for this thing that's going to intrude on his peace, and you're trying to do it in a way that's not annoying. But what happens is you're actually doing it in the way that's most annoying.
Make it just bullet, bottom line. I feel sad. I'd like a hug.
Yep. Create the problem. Give us a solution. I've had a rough day. I can use a hug. Sweet. I can solve a problem. We like solving problems. You just have to tell us that we're solving a problem doing this, and we're great. We're perfectly fine, right? We love you. We want to help you feel better, but you can't just come up and sweetie, man. It's like nails on a chalkboard. So
I do that when I want to mess with you. Because I know.
Yeah. Oh God, what now? It's just like what?
How much do you love me?
Yeah, how much do you love me? Not that much. You're just gonna start getting answers you don't want. Is what's gonna happen with it.
Well, you never know. I never know what I'm gonna get. That's why it's interesting. That's why I do it. I'm bored.
Yeah, because you never know what you're gonna get on.
No, I don't.
Yeah. All right. You all deserve connections that feel safe, desire that feels mutual, and communication that doesn't require decoding. You are allowed to want more. Tonight reminded us that the smallest hurts can echo the loudest, whether it's a partner who doesn't see your effort, a child who's pulling away, or relationships that's drifting without closure. You're not alone in these quiet battles. So take a breath, take your time, and care for your heart. We'll be here next Sunday night or Monday morning, depending upon how you view those kind of things. From me and Lubby, have a good night, and please remember to love everybody.
Good night.